guys, my name is Kumar. You are watching me start history video without having any further delay. So basically this video is going to be routine of 20th June 2025, and today is Friday. So basically in this video I'm going to share you like what is actually happened in my today's routine video. So let's start history video without having any further delay. So basically today first of all I woke up, then after that I washed my mouth, then after that I had taken the bath, then after that I wore gloves, then after that I WhatsApp. Then after that I had certain previous days of routine videos, right? Then after that I ate food, then after that I talked to my mother, and also I talked to my sister. Then at the time of evening I ate food, and after some time later I went outside with sister to purchase onion and garlic. Then after that I came home, and after some time later I went for the sleep. So yes guys, basically this is the thing what is actually happened in my today's routine video. Now in this video I'm gonna to revise some topics of the taxation, that is capital versus revenue. What is capital expenditure, what is revenue expenditure? Okay, so what is capital receipt and what is revenue receipt? So receipt, a capital receipt is not liable to tax unless specifically provided in the act, whereas a revenue receipt is not exempted unless specifically provided in the tax. The following principles are worthwhile to note while determining whether receipts are capital or revenue. So first is receipts in lump sum or in installments. Okay, so the first one is whether receipt in lump sum or in installment. Whether any income is received in lump sum or in installments, it will not make any difference as regards its nature. Example, an employee is to get a salary of ₹10,000 per month. Instead of this, he enters into an agreement to get sum of ₹3,60,000 in lump sum to serve for a period of 3 years. The receipt where it is monthly remuneration of lump sum is 3 years as revenue receipt. Okay, basically there is nothing is actually happened. He is taking his salary in advance of the next 3 years salary he had taken in advance. Okay, now nature of receipts in the hands of recipient. Whether a receipt is capital or revenue will be determined in the hands of the person. So basically in the first example, basically a person who had taken who is earning 10,000 per month, but he had made an agreement regarding which he get 3,60,000 for the whole 3 years salary in advance, right? So this will be counted in revenue receipt, not in capital receipt, right? Now nature of receipt in the hands of recipient. Whether a receipt is capital or revenue will be determined in the hands of the persons receiving such income. No attention will be paid towards the source from which the amount is coming. Salary, even if paid out of capital by a new business, will be revenue receipt in the hands of an employee. Okay, again, nature of receipt in the hands of recipient. Nature of receipt in the hands of recipient. Whether a receipt is capital or revenue will be determined in the hands of the persons receiving such income. No attention will be paid towards the source from which the amount is coming. Salary, even if paid out of capital by a new business, will be revenue receipt in the hands of employer. Okay, suppose a company is suffering from loss, right? And a person here who gets 10,000 rupees monthly as a salary. So if company is suffering from loss, so there is no revenue, then how a company fulfill the salary of Mr. A? So from the capital budget, a company have to pay the salary, so that will from the capital the money has deducted to give permissive as a salary, so that expense will not count, that expenditure or that receipt will not be counted as capital expenditure, it will be counted as revenue because it is a part of salary, right? So this will also be revenue receipt. Now, accounting treatment. The name given to the transaction by the parties involved or its treatment in the books of account may not alter its character as capital as revenue. Okay. Income from wasting assets. Profits from capital which is consumed and exhausted in the process of realization, example royalties from mines and quarries, is taxable as income regardless of the consumption of capital involved in the process. Okay. Magnitude of receipts. The magnitude of the receipt, whether big or small, cannot decide the nature of the receipt. Time of receipt. The nature of the receipt has to be determined at the time when it is received and not afterwards when it has been uh, appropriated by the recipient. Quantity of receipt. Whether the income is received voluntarily or under a legal obligation, it will not make any difference as regards its nature. Tests as to the purpose of keeping an article. If a person purchases a piece of sculpture to keep as a decoration piece in his house, if sold later on, will bring capital receipt. But if the same sculpture is sold by an art dealer, it will be his revenue receipt. Okay. Now expenses. So we have talked about receipt. Now it is about expenses. Similarly, a capital expenditure is not a capital expenditure is not allowable as expenses unless specifically allowed in the act, whereas a revenue expenditure is allowable as expenses unless specifically disallowed in the act based on a number of judicial pronouncements. The following principles are worthwhile to know. Acquiring assets or advantage of enduring nature. Okay. Bringing the existence and asset or advantage of enduring nature for long period of time. Enduring nature, which is for long period of time, will be counted as capital expenditure, would lead to the inference that the expenditure dispersed is of a capital nature. Okay. Capital assets belonging to the third parties. Even though our expenditure results in the creation of a capital asset, if the capital asset belongs to a third party, such expenses will be treated as revenue expenditure. Even though expenditure results in the creation of a capital asset, if the capital asset belongs to a third party, that will be counted as revenue expenditure. Okay. Profit earning process, where the outgoing expenditure is so related to the carrying on or the conduct of the business that it may be regarded as an integral part of the profit earning process and not for acquisition of an asset or a right of a permanent character, the possession of which is a condition of the carrying on of the business. The expenditure may be regarded as revenue expenditure. Okay. Object of the transaction. The object of the transaction which has impact on the business, the nature of trade for which the expenditure is incurred, and the purpose, therefore, etc. So I think that guys, it is all enough for today. The remaining topics of the expenditure, that is capital and revenue expenditures examples I would like to discuss to the next video. So I think that guys it is all enough for today. So let's end the video guys. See you again. Bye bye.